What?
Okay, fair point. What is up, YouTube fam? It is your #1 hub hater, Scott Dread, back with another episode of Dread Skates. And it is that time of year again when the sky starts changing color, or is that the leaves? I forget. Anyway, it's list season, and today we're going to be talking about 5 of the top boards that you can get for under $1,000. Before we get started here, I just wanted to give a shout out to myself. So, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you want to stay tuned for more exciting content on this channel. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it with my pick for number 5. And that is going to be the WowGo 3X. That's going to start at $749. That has an advertised range of 14 miles and a top speed of 24 miles per hour with a 180-day warranty. And why is this my top pick? Honestly, it's kind of an in-house favorite. I started on a WowGo 2S. I'm really familiar with the brand. They've consistently kind of put out a very good middle-of-the-road product if you're looking for just a good, solid, everyday commuter. I will say, though, and actually, let's get this out of the way right now, I'm not going to give you pluses and minuses for all of these boards. I'm going to give you a just cumulative negative for all of these boards, and that is they are all going to have kind of hit or miss QA, they are all going to have inconsistent shipping times, and they are all going to have kind of hit or miss after sales support. That's not really anything against any one of these brands, that is just kind of a problem with OEM or budget boards in general. So with that in mind, let's press on with my pick for number 4. And that is going to be the Meepo NLS, and that's going to clock in at $649. And that's going to have an advertised top range of about 18 miles, an advertised top speed of 29 miles per hour, and that comes with a 6-month warranty. Okay, so why is the NLS on this list? Well, it pretty much comes down to one thing, and that is performance. Pretty much none of the other boards, with the exception of number 1 on this list, can really match that speed. The NLS is, under the right conditions, the only budget board to date that I'm aware of that can consistently hit around 30 miles per hour, and that's on hubs. So it just has been a kind of community favorite for a while now. They're fairly reliable if you get a good one. So moving on to number 3, and this is another crowd favorite. This is going to be the Backfire G3. It has an advertised range of 15 miles, a 28 mile per hour top speed, and that is in turbo mode, and we'll get back to that in a second. And that's going to come with a 180-day warranty. So what makes the G3 so great? Well, actually it's kind of the series in general. The Backfire G series has been around for a while now, about 3 years, and they consistently deliver well above their weight for the cost, and the G3 is no different. The deck construction, the speed, and performance all coming in at right under $800 is a fantastic package for what you're getting, and Backfire is very well known for their board quality and after-sales support. So that's why it makes a solid choice at number 3 on our list. Moving on to number 2, and this should really surprise no one, it's going to be the Exway Flex. And that starts at $699 for the Riot Drive option, or $649 for the Hub option. It has a advertised range of 20 miles, however, I have actually reviewed this board on this channel, and I can tell you it solidly gets about 14. And it has a top speed of 26 miles per hour, and it comes with a whopping 1-year warranty. So why does it make the number 2 slot on our list? Well, again, you can watch my review on that board, but just simply, it's instant fun in a box. Right out the gate, like, it's carvy, it's fun, it's responsive, the Tris trucks are fantastic, and you get app support, you get the smart battery tech, and you get pretty decent range for not a lot of money. The Flex, I believe, is actually Exway's loss leader, and it's just a really fun commuter board. So yeah, you could definitely do a lot worse at that price point. So moving on from there, let's talk about number 1. So this might be a bit of a surprising pick because it's a relatively new one, but this is going to be the BKB Duo. I don't know, there might be shock or applause there, I don't know. We'll play around with it in post. The BKB Duo, that has the largest price tag in this lineup, coming in at $879. It has an advertised top range of about 20 miles, a top speed of 28 miles per hour, and it's interesting, they don't actually advertise a warranty on their website, but they do have a 1-year return policy, and I'm fairly certain that if you have any problems with this board, like within purchasing it, they'll have been pretty good about doing replacements and returns based on some of the customer feedback that I've seen for the initial batch of these boards. But okay, so what made this my pick for number 1? There's a few things, actually, that really kind of make this board interesting, and that's the first thing is kind of the IKEA nature of it. Now, this is actually a DIY board, and that's to say is like, you do not get a complete board when you order the Duo. You get all of the parts for the board, and then you assemble the board, and then you program the VESC, and then you're on your way to the races. Now, that might sound daunting, but BKB has gone out and they've released tutorials on how to install everything, how to set up VESC, and really this is my pick because 1, you are getting a tremendous amount of performance for the price, and also it kind of gives you a foot in the door for the world of DIY, which is just a generally good skill to have. Pretty much every piece of this board can be replaced or repaired, and building this board is going to give you some familiarity with how to do that and help develop some of those skills. So like if you have a bad battery or you have a VESC setting that's not quite right, you can go in and change that and have a lot more kind of general hands-on time than you would with just buying an off-the-shelf board. And I realize that might not be for everybody, but if you want basically unparalleled specs for like right under $1,000, like there's no off-the-shelf board that can really go toe-to-toe with what the BKB is offering. Granted, you aren't getting the same kind of like after-sales support that you would with just something like a GTR or, you know, like I would say boosted, but we all know how that went. But you are getting a very interactive experience and life experience out of it. Like I said though, I didn't really, and I still don't have any hands-on experience with this board, so for that, if you want to see this thing out in the wild, head on over to my man Lansing Phillips' channel. I will provide a link down in the description to go check that out if you're interested, along with links to where you can buy all of the boards mentioned in this video. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, or if you think there's anything I missed, or if I'm absolutely absurd, or there's another pick that you'd like to add to this list. Go ahead and leave it down there. And while you're at it, if you liked this video, hit that thumbs up, and if you didn't, you know, smash that dislike and leave some constructive feedback on how we can do better in the future. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. I know this was kind of a quick one, but I will see you next time, and stay safe out there, Blade Riders. Peace. Hey guys, back again, real quick. So I realized back in the video that I said we'll get back to that on the turbo segment for the G3, and we never got back to that. So we're getting back to it now. So what I meant to say is I am kind of annoyed at the turbo function in general. It should just be an unlocked speed mode. I don't know why Backfire decided to lock that top % of speed off, just in general, when most boards just make that speed mode 4 or gear 4. So you can get that 28, 29 miles per hour on the G3, very similar to the Meepo NLS, but the Meepo NLS doesn't lock it behind turbo. So just something to consider if you are looking at the G3 as a top contender for your choice for a commuter board. Alright, till next time.